It's lit right now on social media, bruh. Everybody is in an uproar. And public enemy number one is Pastor Marvin Sapp. People on social media are literally telling this man, when I see you, brother, is up. One person says Marvin Sapp is clearly hustling his congregation for 40,000 and using God name for it. If you scroll down, you will say some churches are cults. I would have beat Marvin Sapp's big and hide the Bible if God watching. Shout out to K Dot. Marvin Sapp, if you're watching online, I need you to give $20. People are really upset, and Marvin Sapp's preaching career is basically over because of this particular clip that surfaced. Now, the clip that surfaced is an example of prosperity preaching to the max. Marvin Sapp was asking his congregation to donate $40,000 to a particular cause. Now, like raising money in churches isn't really unusual, but it's the methods that Marvin Sapp took that a lot of people had a problem with.
And they understand the cost that is involved. There's 1,000 of you. I said close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
He starts off by close and lock the door. And now everybody in the congregation is like, ha 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 ha. Said, no, close and lock the door. Like, what? Close and lock the door. And he wants to close and lock the door so nobody can leave until they raise their $40,000 that they're wanting to raise. Kidnapping 1,000 people in the name of Jesus is absolutely absurd.
We all gonna leave together. Y'all ain't going no place but to the restaurant. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, if I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed. I actually think $20 is a lot of money. $20, believe it or not, when my late wife Melinda P. Sapp was alive, was a good date. I could take her to the movies, buy a box of popcorn, get 1 soda, 2 straws. I wasn't cheap, that's swag. I was looking in her eyes, she's looking in mine. Can't do that no more.
Asking for a donation is one thing, bruh. Holding the church hostage, not wanting to end service until you get the 20,000 from the people in person is kind of crazy, bruh. And apparently church got sections now, right? Because so he asked for $20 and then turned to the people behind him and said, hey, because y'all sitting up here, I need $100 from y'all, bruh. Yo, it comes across as like very greedy and money thirsty.
Now, everyone up here, we've all sold and seeded, but I need everyone standing up here with us, with me, to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. I got you.
Why do it cost to sit anywhere in the house of God? What if this person got up today, came to church, and they have nothing in their account? They have $0, and they're just coming to worship and serve God. But now they're being forced to give $100, and if they don't give $100, they're now treated like freaking pariahs because they can't afford it, bro. In this economy, not everybody have $100 just to give. And the fact that you're placing that burden, that financial burden on them because they decided to sit somewhere in church is crazy, bro. There should not be a tax for sitting somewhere in the house of God.
Let's see. So put your 20 away, preachers. That 20 wasn't for you. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically or even if you're giving tangibly, I'm gonna have y'all come to the altar and give it because I need to see 1,000 people moving. Bring them baskets. I want the baskets up here. I want to see the folk. Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. Even if you're giving tangibly, just put your hand on take your phone and stick it on the bucket. Shh. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. This ain't the time to talk. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, saints. This is an easy miracle. We should be able to raise $40,000 tonight just from y'all giving. That's it.
This is just an extension of the culture of materialism in today's house of worship. If you don't have the membership to upkeep the building, if you don't have the membership to sustain the huge building you currently have, then you should downsize. Downsize to a size that your members are able to upkeep and sustain. But holding people hostage because you don't have the resources to do what you want to do, hey man, it's crazy, right? And and who's to say that 40,000 ain't gonna go to him and his personal projects, all right? This here reminds me of something very similar. It reminds me of this particular pastor, I believe it's like Keon Henderson, where he did a ceremony where he's telling people donating and helping the homeless doesn't bring you blessing. And you know what brings you blessing? Giving your money to him.
Here's the other problem with the church is that anytime a person is in need, y'all go to running and dropping money. But let me tell you something, the poor will be with you always. And there is no blessing connected to blessing the poor other than getting back what you gave to them, but no multiplication. Multiplication is segregated for tithes and offering. When you give to the poor, the only thing you do is help them, but you don't help yourself. So when you give $1 to somebody on the street talking about I did my job, God like, thank you, but it ain't gonna help you. Bible. Charity does not bring wealth. What? Only the tithe does that. Matter of fact, you don't believe me? Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna preach on it.
Bro, this is what's wrong with this world, bruh. This man said with a straight face, helping out the unfortunate, giving to people who are in need, that's not gonna make you blessed, right? That's not gonna multiply your blessings. You know what's gonna multiply your blessings? Giving me your money, right? Giving tithes and offerings to the men of God, that's gonna multiply your blessings, sir. The man really said, bro, God is looking at you with like a scrunched up face, like, how dare you give your money to the poor and not to me? Bro, that's not, again, I've never met God in person, but I would imagine that's not the personality of God, right? If God is who I've been told he is, I don't think God is crunching up his face in a jealous fit of rage that his congregation and his followers is giving money to the less fortunate, and not giving him all of their money. All right. Now, this dude will preach something like this about how you should give him your money and not the poor, and then follow up with a fundraising project for $4 million. All right. So instead of giving your money to the homeless man who needs to eat today, give your money to him so he can build a $4 million project.
God gave me a vision, and he said we can do it in 21 days. I'm asking 2,100 people to give $2,100 in the next 21 days. It was what God had given me. What I forgot to do, that I'm going to do right now, is remind myself that everybody doesn't have $2,100. And the Lord convicted me on that, and I went back and I prayed about it. And I want to apologize for not offering an opportunity for people who don't have it like that. Everybody doesn't have $2,100. The Lord said, but somebody has $21.
Hold up now. Let me get this straight, bruh. So you said God gave you a vision and God told you that 2,100 people is going to give $2,100 in 21 days. And then you follow that up with, I went back to God and I preached and God told me not everybody going to have $2,100. $21 will take, sir. Like, aren't y'all the poor and needy? Like, if it's no blessings coming from giving to the poor and needy, then aren't you the poor and needy? Aren't y'all the ones who are always asking for money? So then I'm getting no blessing by giving to you because you're because you're just as poor as the bum on the street, bro. Y'all always asking me for money. All right, yo, things like this, man, it's absurd, yo. These mega churches do not represent the overall majority of churches in America. So I just want to make that clear because I feel like these mega churches will give regular churches a bad name that's filled with people just trying to serve God, right? And also, too, this is not just a black church problem, right? Because I know what y'all are probably gonna say, Flacco. You always talk about black folks. No, this is just a bad people who get into service problem. All right. Here's a white pastor doing something that's very outrageous. A man came to his church wanting prayer, and the pastor had his congregation drag him out.
Sit down. What are you coming up here to do? You want to come take over the service? Huh? What do you want? What?
I just want a prayer, man.
Get out of here.
Can I get a little grace?
No, you can't. No, you get out of here. Get him out of here. Drag this bozo out. Pull him out. Hey, help him out. Get him out. And you know what? Anybody wants to come up here and take over the service? We'll throw you out of here, buddy. This church is not a free-for-all. This isn't an open mic. This isn't a karaoke bar. Okay? I'm the man of God here. I meet the qualifications. I run this church. And if you don't like it, then get out. This is not some church where every first-time visitor and brand new believer and people who've never even read the Bible are going to come up and take over the service. Not happening. Okay? If you want that kind of watered-down leadership, go to some house church with your Amish buddies and sit around the coffee table with your coffee clutch. This is a New Testament church. We have a bishop here. We have an overseer here. Like it or lump it. And if you don't like it, feel free to get up and leave the service at any time. If 50% of people walk out, I don't care. Because you know what? I'm not going to pastor a oneness cult. Amen. I'm not going to pastor a Pentecostal church. I'm the pastor of a Baptist church. And if you're not a Baptist, then get out.
This is the results of egotistical maniacs, scammers, frauds, getting into service-based work. If you're somebody who's the head of the church or the head of the mosque or the head of the synagogue, you are in service-based works, meaning you are there to serve the people, right? The people are your boss, essentially. But like we see with other service-based careers is once people get in position of power, they forget that they work for the people and they begin to abuse their power. This situation with this guy, man, is just that, bro. All right, people are egotistical. They're maniacs, man. But yeah, just be safe out here, bro. Find the right house of worship for you, whether that's a church, a synagogue, a mosque. It don't matter, bro. Find the best house of worship for yourself, so you don't get to be in a situation, man, where it's Sunday, you got to pick up your kids from their parent, their co-parent at 2 p.m. is 1:30, and the pastor done lock the back door so you can't leave, and now your kids is getting picked up late because the pastor want to hold you hostage for your $20. All right. Be safe, people. Okay. Let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think about this, man? Do you guys feel like Marvin Sapp did anything wrong? Do you guys feel like, he did nothing wrong? Let me know, right? Do you guys feel people are tripping, or is the reaction or the outrage justified? Let me know. And if you're still watching, click on this video right here to find out what I believe is proof that Yella Beezy is going to beat the murder charge for Mo 3. Click on this video right here to find out what I'm talking about. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.